All right. Welcome back. You know what time it is. That's right. Saturday edition of the Fan in the Van, located on the deck podcast.
On the deck.
And
it's a beautiful day.
Well, it was a beautiful day earlier. Now it's getting dark and gloomy. Kind of like the days of which the Yankees were about to see. And then, they pull
Finally, I see some fucking daylight, man.
Herman pitched like crap, but he kept him in the game.
Yeah.
Montgomery, the same thing, kept him in the game. Montgomery gets that win if, again, Glaber actually plays shortstop the correct way, even in the shift.
Dude, you got the errors, bro. It's crazy, bro.
But before we get into that, ever since I've gotten this notification on my phone, it has really annoyed me.
About what?
About Justin Lane.
Oh my, yep, one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've met. You remind me of DeAndre Baker.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. John Gotti said it best. Never say something you ever want played back, right? That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Lane gets pulled over because he was speeding. He was doing 89 and a 60.
Smart man.
I get it. You got a Dodge Charger. You want to show up, but you ain't Dominic Toretto out there, all right? And you're not in the Fast and the Furious with cinematography and all that freaking all that digital bullshit. Okay, your car's not a 10-second car; it's a 20-second car at best. All right, you probably got the V6 package, which means it's like a 30-second car.
Chrysler 300.
And so he gets pulled over, and he's got the suspended license. Then he's got the blunt. All right, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay.
But you're speeding
with
a pistol.
He's got a pistol, a loaded Glock 9.
And you're speeding.
In there, okay? So they get pulled over. So now they bring him into the squad car, and they have the rear cameras.
Yeah.
So they record everything, even what
everybody
you're saying.
Knows that. Everybody knows that.
And he says, he goes, I'd rather go down for the warrant for the traffic violation than for the pistol.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? This morning, they're going after him for the felony gun possession.
Yeah,
because that's the recurring problem, not only within the sports world with athletes and guns, but in general. But in general. I just saw a video before we decided to do this. I was on Twitter. They had a 13-year-old going to like this convenience store somewhere where they sell cigarettes, beer, porn, everything. Guy asked for his ID. No, I don't have ID. How old are you? 13. No, you can't buy that shit. He goes to a private gun show, and this guy sells him a .22 caliber rifle. Yeah, I know. The stupidity of the world. And that's where I now place Justin Lane. A kid who had a mediocre sophomore year with the Steelers.
Who had potential
but still had potential. Has now thrown it all away. Because you think Pittsburgh's keeping you after that?
Fuck no.
No.
Not the way the organizations ran. Hell no.
Artie Burns had a similar situation.
Santonio Holmes.
But they kept Artie Burns.
Yeah.
Santonio Holmes had it, and this was when marijuana was still a black guy in the world.
Davis Bryant had it.
Okay. Justin Lane's career within the NFL is done.
Over. Yep.
Go to Burger King because they're hiring.
He might as well hang out with Baker.
DeAndre
Baker, man, he ain't playing in the NFL. You want to rob those houses?
And it's what we said the other night when we did the audio podcast, and it's what I said the night before when I did it by myself when you worked all day and you were sleeping. Okay. You're in the NFL. You're in Major League Baseball. You're in the NHL. You're in the NBA.
You're making a shitload of money.
You need to keep yourself out of these potential situations that are going to possibly, if not, ruin your whole career. And in one fell swoop at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and the rule of thumb is this, nothing good happens after 2 a.m., whether you're driving your Dodge Charger, getting pulled over by the Willoughby police over there in Ohio.
You can pull over doing the speed limit at 2 o'clock in the morning because you think you're drunk.
Or you meet some scafoozin at the bar, and you figure, hey, I got a dry spell, I got to bang this friggin' slam pig out, okay? Listen, bottom line is this.
Stay out of it.
Listen.
Stay away from that shit.
Your entourage will never leave the areas of which you lived in. Whether you lived in an upper class area, lower class, you lived in the hood, wherever it is. Okay? Your entourage is always going to be the same, and even though you made it out, they still try to keep you in their realm. And for some, they could break that cycle, and others they can't. And Justin Lane couldn't.
Nope. Couldn't do
I'm
it.
sorry, I hate it. And I seen him,
It's-
and I seen the potential in him to be that standout player that could have been
Really,
like
like,
he could have been the Cam
Sutton,
Sutton
I
that
was gonna
Cam
say.
Sutton was last year.
Yep.
And now he's
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but
now he's going to be your fry cook at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, well, now you guys need a cornerback.
Yeah, but and speaking of that, because now that situation, now we got to draft another corner or go and get one. Whether it's and I don't really want to do it.
I mean, Sherman.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah. But it's not on a 1 year quickie. You know what I'm saying?
But the Ravens Chiefs made a deal, and the Ravens are stupid for this. They are so stupid. You traded Orlando Brown, who literally has given up 2 sacks in like 2-3 years. He's been
which
playing
is
left
dynamic,
tackle, right?
bro. Which is dynamic. He was our left tackle.
You traded him to the Chiefs, and then you exchanged picks in different rounds in this year and next year.
Yeah.
To sign Alejandro
Villanueva?
Villanueva?
Good job, guys.
Thumbs up, Baltimore. Thumbs up. Because this is twice now. Twice. You went and signed guys who will do nothing for you.
And watch Watt get right around them.
Sammy Watkins, I guarantee you in week 4, hammy.
Yup, pulled a hammy.
Hammy injury. Villanueva will not help your run game. I'm sorry. And that's coming from a Steeler fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming from a Steeler fan who, unlike you supposed knowledgeable ones, I watched the game thoroughly. So I see what Villanueva isn't doing, and that wasn't creating a running game or helping with it. So
yeah, basically, yeah. It's basically like Nate Solder was to us. Like, he wasn't the same Nate Solder when he was on the Patriots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he just fucking...
But again, some guys are just system players. Like, look at Nick Foles. Nick Foles will always be successful in one system, and that was the Doug Peterson 2017 Eagles system.
Yep.
Because
Ever since then,
because he wasn't the same when he went to Jacksonville.
He's got that big that's what happens to everybody. They get signed, bro. Big
That's because these teams. That's because when these teams in football get these huge salary cap space, right? They get the huge salary. They're like, oh, we just got to spend. We got to spend. No, yeah, you have to spend the money, but spend it on a guy who's going to work within your system. Nick Foles does not work in the Jacksonville system because Jacksonville didn't even have a system.
They didn't.
They were just. They were
abysmal.
It was just the land of misfit toys there. Tom Coughlin was just doing whatever Tom Coughlin
well, Tom
wanted to do.
was fucking fired 2 years ago or whatever it was.
And you know, yeah, whatever with that one. But we got to jump back into baseball because somebody asked me today at work because DeGrom puts on
unbelievable. I know.
15 strikeouts, complete game,
2
hits, and an RBI.
So he
pretty
won
much
the
had
game.
to do it all himself.
He did it all by himself. All he knew was DeGrom.
And somebody asked me if Severino didn't get hurt, would he be putting up the same numbers?
I don't think so. I
wouldn't say they're necessarily the same, but Severino would be right there. And 3 years ago, we all thought that Severino was going to be better than DeGrom. Now, injuries have proven different. So you got to put that into the equation here. But if Severino doesn't get hurt, I'm not saying he's producing what DeGrom's producing, but he's damn near right there. Because he has the same electric stuff as DeGrom has.
He will be in the conversation of Cy Young, maybe.
But again, you know, for those that I know personally who say I'll only defend the Yankees, I never bash them. Obviously, you either A, not watching it, or you're not listening. So I suggest you watch and listen when I speak, or when we speak, because we'll bash our teams and give your team credit. I'm doing it right now. The Mets, for all intents and purposes, other than getting swept by the Cubs, have been playing better than the Yankees.
Yeah, everybody's been playing better than the Yankees.
The record shows it.
Yo.
The stats show it.
Stanton's bombs yesterday. I had talked about the laser shots. Dude, get the fuck out of the way.
Well, he's the only player since the StatCast era, which is whopping 6 years ago. But still, this is a record. You have to include it. Where one player's had a multiple home run game, where the ball has left the bat at over 115 miles an hour consecutively.
It's insane.
Motherless bitch.
Dude, and it's, yo, the strength he has, like, he'll, like, just get on the butt of the bat. I mean, on the butt of the bat. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And that shit will go the opposite way. Line drive.
Anything Stanton hits, though, is a laser shot. Because of the power he just swings with. And that's what actually, he needs to kind of slow it down on that, because that's what leads to those oblique injuries.
I know.
And then he'll be out for 6 months because, my oblique, I had to hit it. Come on.
But Judge has to start hitting, man.
Well, I saw the lineup because the game starts, I think, like in a half hour or whatever. But Hicks is batting in the low end again, and I think it's no further down the order. Yeah, he's not batting in the in
yeah,
the 3
because he went yard yesterday at the 6
because
hole.
I think the lineup was it's LeMahieu, Judge, Stanton, Torres, Urshela. Then I think Hicks or Hicks then Urshela because Garrett Cole's pitching. So you know who's catching. Higgy.
And he's
Can't you
batting
see?
ninth, probably.
Sometimes your home runs just hypnotize me.
Then you got Odor. He's playing too. Dude,
I'm sorry. I love the bat flip. He didn't even look.
He didn't
even
to.
look. He just went and just moseyed on his way. I'm sorry. As much as I questioned that trade at the beginning, you now see why.
Mm-hmm.
He still comes with some pop in the bat.
And also his fielding yesterday too, bro. That one
play.
That was a nice play.
Well, that's the other thing. He can field second base as good as Torres fielded second base.
Torres
and they really. I'm sorry.
They just swap.
They gotta.
I don't know,
they gotta figure something out at shortstop because Gleyber Torres. I'm sorry, you're not it. You're not it, and you're really not hitting.
Two games ago he went 3 for 4.
The first game against Cleveland he went 3 for 4, and I think that's after Boone sat down with him and was probably as calm as Aaron Boone could be, you know.
But then after that fucking error yesterday, in which Montgomery would have got the win.
Yep. But instead, Lucas Latish, whatever his name is,
in
2,788 days since his last win, or games, or whatever it was, man, there's another record you could have.
Right.
Have that one, Lucas. Have at it, boy.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, bro, I fucking did the Giants draft pick yesterday, where I think they should take.
I gotta take a look at this. Let's see what Jay's done, because I haven't gotten to mine yet, because, you know, I gotta work and sling parts.
I couldn't sleep fucking all night, though. Like, fuck it.
Let's see here. I saw another one where in a mock draft there's a trade with the Steelers and the Falcons. Rather interesting, I gotta say.
Yo, that does happen.
Trey McKinney. Rashawn Slater. I mean, you could go anywhere at 11, really, if you really want.
Yeah, I know, but like me, like
you could really go anywhere at 11.
I was gonna put Jalen Waddle down, but he's more of a, like, I don't know. I don't think we necessarily needed him. I got Nico Collins in there. You know what I'm saying? I pick 76.
Well, yeah, you could get another wide receiver later in the draft. There's going to be those guys that they're not the household name, like the Jamar Chases, the Waddles, Devonta Smiths, but they're guys that are going to be just as good, maybe if not better. I mean, look at all the hype around CeeDee Lamb last year, and the only thing he managed to do was take his phone out of his girlfriend's hand away during the draft. So that's all he's really successful at. That was last year, and that was a year ago last night.
Yeah, man, fucking edge rusher Jalen Phillips, bro. I hope he's at 42. Sean Slater probably might definitely be
the one mock draft trade that I saw, it was obviously the Steelers and the Falcons, and I think it has us taking Justin Fields.
I
don't see the Steelers trading up that high.
Not trading. Oh, he might even fall, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see them trading up because if his value is going to go down because of something that other players have managed to play and become Hall of Famers, throw it, okay? And he falls that far, and the Steelers say, you know what, we could find another running back later in the draft. Let's take this kid now, and let's take the gamble. Let's take the risk. Okay, then fine. You know what? Fine. I'll jump on board with it. Okay?
Definitely.
I'll jump on board with it. But I'm telling you right now, it doesn't work out. Just expect a lot of
but just think about this.
Backlash for
when are the Steelers ever going to get below 20th pick? Ever. You guys are never going to find that quarterback.
The only way they'd be able to do it is if they make a ridiculous trade where the other team is stupid.
And
that's what maybe there should be a team that goes and hires Bill O'Brien, and then we could get another top wide receiver and give them like a bag of stale Doritos, and maybe a hot dog, a half smoked pack of Newports, and a 6-pack of Heineken Zero.
Heineken Zero.
Or
Michelob Ultra Light.
And maybe then. Oh, and we get like your next 10 years worth of first round draft picks, and when that team that you're the GM of is tanking Just remember that the number 1 pick comes to us every year for 10 years. That's the only way that's happening.
Yeah.
And that's in a dream. That's in fantasy land. And
People keep on saying that fucking the Bengals are gonna go with Pitts, but I honestly think they're taking Jamar Chase.
what they need, if he's there, is Penei Sewell, because the only line that the Bengals managed to get Burrow so far is a New Jersey line. That's it.
Yeah, but
New Jersey's. Ooh, guess what? New Jersey's same end result.
Exactly. But I'm saying, like, they don't have like a really deep receiver class besides what?
Well, now they don't, other than
Rashard Higgins.
Rashard Higgins. Other than that,
Tyler Boyd.
yeah, he's another pick guy though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. So they might.
And you know what else I forgot to that we forgot to mention too?
What's up?
Is, well, now he's not a Steeler anymore. And I told you my guy James Conner would get signed.
My man.
Arizona.
Happy.
Hey. That one don't bother me.
That doesn't bother me at all, man. You know.
It don't bother me. I mean, it sucks that he's gonna leave, but
I'm happy that he actually got.
But you know what though? Team's taking a risk on him, and I think he's gonna do fine in Arizona.
Me too.
Why? Because they'll have no offensive line to create holes for him.
Mm-hmm. Which opens up the play action, the D-Hoppy.
And the other thing that I loved, and we talked about it the other day when we did the audio podcast, is I loved how everybody said there was no way, right, that we were going to keep Juju.
Yeah, I know.
Right? We couldn't keep Juju unless we cut this guy. Okay, so they cut Vince Williams. Okay, obviously we let Steven Nelson go. And that one, we're not going to travel down that one. That's just like a fucking episode of the Kardashians and Scott Disick. Oh, it hurts me when I see you with other men, Courtney. Okay, I don't care. All right. Cut Vince Williams. Restructured Ebron's deal. Ben's deal. Hayward's deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did all that. Okay. Juju left money on the table to stay because of this thing called loyalty, and he even came out and said, I had to be loyal to a team and to a fan base that embraced me like I've been here forever. Okay.
That right there, man. Like, I wish I...
And who did they get back? Vince Williams. Juju. Kept Ben. And kept whoever, other than Villanueva and Nelson, everybody that they either restructured or cut and released, they managed to bring back on the cheap.
Oh, Bud Dupree besides him, yeah.
Yeah, other than the guys you already knew that were leaving, that we were never going to be able to afford to get. Yeah. Unless, like, Ben was like, listen, I'll pay for free, and Hayward said, I'll forfeit my salary for the next, 5 years, which that ain't going to happen. But, hey, don't hurt to ask, but still. Other than that, don't ever say that the Steelers can't keep somebody to keep another name. Mm-hmm. Because they've proven you all wrong every single time. So, again, have at it, haters. Have at it. And Baltimore, good luck with Villanueva. Can't wait till your quarterback, running back. Oh, and that's the other thing, the fucking whole number thing now. Yeah, please, no. Because if I gotta go buy another Juju jersey, I'm gonna snap.
Dude, if I gotta fucking...
No.
You might be number 9, right?
Well, he's got to give Boswell a blank check. But when you switch numbers, you have to buy all the remaining ones out on the market.
All the remaining, yep.
So, I mean, hey, if you want to switch your number, go ahead. But just remember, it comes with a price.
If Barkley changes his number, man, you better fucking buy that damn jersey that I hang on my wall. I don't see him in a different number than 26, though.
I don't think you're going to see a lot of guys change numbers.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay's still 19.
I don't think you're gonna see it. I really don't.
Hope not.
I don't think so. And like I said the other day, and I can't believe I'm saying it again. I agree with Tom Brady.
I agree with Tom Brady.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with Tom Brady. I can't. I don't know what this world's coming to.
It's kind of like the fucking starting man on second base shit for baseball. It's basically.
Oh, well, they're doing that in the Atlantic Baseball League. Bigger bases.
Bigger bases?
Yeah, they're going to be like 18 inches wider or something. With a non-slippery base, so you don't... You know what? Leave the goddamn game alone.
I know, man.
Leave it alone. I can't.
All these changes, bro. The fucking NFL rule changes.
Every time. Every single time. They want to fix something that's not broken. They create something that there was no issue with that becomes broken.
Exactly.
Just stop. And that 10 inning thing. Listen,
After this year, he's got to go.
It's either got to start in the 12th or the 13th, or it's got to go. And CC Sabathia even came out, and I was surprised with this. He came out, and he was like, he's not opposed to them just make them all 7-inning games.
Yo, I wouldn't.
And we were discussing it a little bit last night, and I don't think it's a bad idea because it makes the game that much more interesting. It changes your managerial style. It changes a lot of things. And it makes those teams that may want to tank. Well, you'd also have to shorten the season too. I think the season should be shortened. I'm sorry. Again, I don't need 162 games.
I don't need to play the goddamn Boston Red Sox 400 times.
You know, again, and I don't care if you agree with it. If you don't agree with it, listen. I'm sorry.
You're entitled to your opinion.
I think 100 games tops.
That's a lot of games.
100 games tops, and then you can have, you know, because it changes certain. It gives those smaller market teams a better chance. It makes it more interesting. Like a team like Oakland right now is like on an 11-12 game tear, where they just can't stop winning, no matter how.
Bro, the Dodgers too, bro.
Well, Tatis took Kershaw to town last night. Apparently, or was it the night before? Either which way, but that's going to be an interesting rivalry now. Now that San Diego's a relevant team in a small market.
Yeah.
And maybe Billy Beane should take note of what San Diego's doing, and you actually spend money.
Yeah.
And you could say, well, ownership's never really had money. Then why the hell are you owning a team? If you literally have to charge your players to buy soda out of the Pepsi machine in the locker room,
there's an issue there, bro.
You should sell the team. Like,
probably emptied his bank out to buy the team as well.
Like, sell it. Like, you can't afford it. You obviously sell it.
Sell it?
Because you're hurting the fan base.
Not hurting, killing them.
You know.
Fuck.
And you can say, well, how? You know, they're on an 11-game win streak with no-name players. Yeah, and they do this every single year. And then, when it matters most, they choke. And everybody can say, oh, well, you know, the flip game with Jeter, had Oakland, had that call gone Oakland's way, they would have won the World Series that year.
No, they wouldn't have.
No, they wouldn't have. I'm sorry.
The Yankees won the World. I don't care, bro.
No, it doesn't matter. What if this happened? If Virgos and Tauruses get along, and Leos and Libras, I don't give a shit. Oakland wasn't winning that year or any year after that.
Nah.
Okay? Until they get a serious owner in there, like how the Mets got Steve Cohen, and is actually going to invest into the team.
Well, he's going to have to pay DeGrom after this year.
Well, if I'm DeGrom, I don't want to. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
There you go.
Like you literally got to pitch and hit to win the game for yourself. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Fuck that, dude.
I'm sorry.
I'll be happy to pay him.
And if you're a Met fan that doesn't agree with what I'm saying,
well, no Met fan's gonna want him to go.
Keep smoking that meth.
You know what I'm saying? No Met fan's gonna want him to go, but
no Met fan wants him to go. But if I'm Jacob deGrom, I want to go. Like I gotta look around and see these guys. It's like, okay, when freaking Joe Blow from the minor leagues comes up for a spot start because Carlos Carrasco isn't ready to pitch. And you're putting up 12 runs for him, but then when I pitch,
I have 14 strikeouts and no runs.
You put up 1 run?
Yeah. Come on,
he's not with the shits. He's not with the shits with it.
No, come to the Bronx. Come to the Bronx.
Like if I'm DeGrom, I say I want to test the market because his value is. It's not slowly going up. It's like,
dude.
It's.
Yo, if the Yankees got DeGrom, bro. What?
Well, there's only going to be a few limited teams that are going to be able to pay for him.
We're one of
them. The Mets obviously being one of them now that they actually have an owner who's going to spend money and not get in bed with a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and then not admit it. That's where they lost the money. So, hey, every single time this free agent went here, we could have had him, but Bernie Madoff robbed me.
Yep, basically.
Okay.
Ponzi scheme is funny.
All right, and the Yankees are a team that could afford DeGrom. The Red Sox will spend if they have to. And if he goes to the Red Sox,
I'm pissed.
Oh, God.
I don't think he. I don't think he would.
I don't think DeGrom honestly owes the Met organization
nothing,
or the Mets fans
anything.
He owes them. He owes them.
Two or three Cy Youngs.
He owes them nothing because for every year he was a dominant pitcher. you did nothing for him, that he had to work twice as hard to
All
be
those
just
losses,
as good
all
as
those
he is.
losses he has is on the fucking is on the team.
Yeah.
He did his part.
And it's the same thing with Garrett Cole pitches. When they lost the game the other night when Garrett Cole pitched, okay, and they couldn't score runs from him, they're like, oh, Cole pitched like crap. What game are you watching? Because Garrett Cole was dominant.
Yeah, 1 run, 2
Garrett
runs.
Cole had like 13 strikeouts, and he lost the game? No, the Yankees' bats lost the game.
Yeah,
And even
right.
Michael Kay and Paul O'Neill said it last night in the game. They said the Yankee offense is based on hitting home runs. And like we said the other day, you got to change the narrative of, well, we started 97 at 5-10 and then lost the ALCS. Here's a new narrative. In 2021, we started 5-10. We then came back and went, let's say, 105 and whatever,
And won the World Series.
and won the World Series.
I don't
Change
want
the
to
narrative
go
that way.
ALCS and
Change
no.
the narrative that way. Okay? Thank you. I'm tired of hearing, and this year we did this, and then this was the end result, and it was just as bad as the start.
Definitely was, man.
And if you're a Yankee fan that's complacent with that, go root for the Orioles. Go root for Baltimore. Again,
Man.
good job, Baltimore.
Good job, Baltimore.
Good job. Villanueva.
Dude, I couldn't change that job, bro.
Oh, you're changing it.
Try, man. It's fucking bullshit.
You're changing it. I'll talk to them.
Fucking shit,
They don't,
bro.
they don't understand. They don't understand. When they get me on the phone, that's it. If you,
Who fuck they pick? What did he do? What did he do?
well, we could just FaceTime.
Like, yo, what did Gelman do? A kicker?
Well, yeah, when you hear at the 11th pick, they picked a towel boy from, like, Honolulu State.
That's when you see how my fucking truck go home.
Yeah, the draft's, well, yeah. Well, that kind of changes the plans now to the draft, but we could do the post-day draft podcast still.
Yeah.
We definitely do that. But it's... Well, and you got UFC 261 tonight.
Usman versus Mandible? Ooh.
And I'm sorry. I think Usman's run is coming to an end.
Yeah, I think.
Because look at what Masvidal did with 6
a
days'
beast,
notice.
bro.
He broke his nose and then some.
He's a beast.
Masvidal's going to come out and he's going to whoop that ass.
And
I'm not saying
he's gonna throw a flying knee or
I'm not
something,
saying
watch.
he's dominating them in the first round. I'm
It's gonna
not
go
saying
three.
this
It's
ends.
gonna go three, probably.
I'm telling you now. This may go the full length and may come to a decision. I'm telling you it's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. I'd rather watch that than this Jake Paul, Ben Askren bullshit.
I know, fucking.
You want to tell me that ain't rigged?
Yeah, I know.
Yo, okay.
2 seconds in, knockout.
Ben
All right.
Askren, a wrestling grappler who fought in UFC, and granted got his head friggin' knee flown off by friggin' Masvidal last time he's ever in the octagon, couldn't beat a YouTube boxer? Even Stephen A. Smith said, put him in the ring with a real boxer, watch what happens. You know what? Mike Tyson, you show up at that Triller bullshit and lay him
man.
the hell out. I would love
Dude,
to hear
I don't
Snoop
think,
Dogg say
I
that.
don't even think Jake Paul would fight Mike Tyson.
I'll tell you right now, if Jake Paul got in the ring with Mike Tyson,
It's a wrap. Jake Paul will not fight again.
Snoop Dogg's putting up all his royalties, all his master recordings,
Everything.
all
on-
his weed,
I'm putting everything
all
on
those,
him.
all those Corona
betting on that-
commercial,
I'm betting on that
all
too.
those Corona commercial checks. He's putting all his 6'4" Impalas with Dayton's. He's putting it all up on Tyson.
I'm putting whatever I have on Tyson. I'm putting this fucking barbecue on Tyson. Take my
Shit.
table and shit, bro.
I'm putting.
He called out Floyd Mayweather too. I think he might accept.
Who, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the original fight, and then Floyd, I think, dropped out of it, or it was something. Who knows? All I
What
know
is
is this:
stupid?
If you put Jake Paul in the ring with a real boxer,
It's a wrap, dude.
okay, you could put him in the. You could dig up fucking Sugar Ray Leonard for all I care, and he's beating his ass. George Foreman could get in the ring with him, and
George
he's beating his
Foreman's
ass.
a beast, though.
Okay,
sorry.
Roy Jones Jr.
We'll whoop his ass.
can beat his ass.
Yeah.
All right, let's just call it is. And if you're one of those who, I love Jake Paul, you ain't gonna like it when his head's on the other side of the arena. You're not gonna like it because Tyson. Ready? This was gonna happen. Here's Jake Paul's face. Tyson. Boom to the moon, Alice. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
Clean knockout. You ain't gonna wake up for like 15 minutes.
I'll be like that Titus O'Neil entrance in WWE, making millions and millions. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I just can't stand this Jake Paul. I can't stand him. I'll get in the ring with Jake Paul, and I don't box, but I'll get in the ring with him. and I can lay his ass out.
Hey, the first way I would too.
Hey, you know what? They call it a fight club. There ain't no rules.
Ain't no rules, man.
Coming in there with a 2x4 right up your ass, bitch.
No, come at me, I'll kick you right in the nuts. Boom, dropped.
But you know, I like the concept of it. Of that whole fight club thing that they have, the Triller thing, whatever the hell it is. But you actually got motherfuckers out there thinking that they're the real deal.
Why?
I think CM Punk could even beat friggin' Jake Paul.
I don't know about that.
I gotta give it to CM Punk. I think he could do it.
Dude, no.
I gotta have some hope in the world. We already live in a hopeless world, but I gotta have some hope that CM Punk could just shut him up.
It's like the hope that I had Dante Moncrief would find a team.
He does find a team. He just can't catch balls because he's got brick hands.
Right? Some shit like that.
Dante Moncrief. Talk about one of
I
the
felt
worst,
so
one of the
bad,
worst
dude.
Steelers signings ever.
I felt bad for that kid. I don't know why. Now every time we play ball, we're like, Creef!
I don't know why they ever signed him. I don't know why. I think I was excited about it too, just because we had another wide receiver.
Yeah, but dude, he made the starting spot for a reason.
Yeah, had no other receivers. They didn't have no big name receivers. And even somebody asked me today who I think we would take in the second round because we took a wide receiver last year, obviously in Claypool. I think in the second round where we're going to go either tight end or we're going to go offensive lineman.
You gotta take Pat Fairmouth with you.
Well, they
he's
need
a blocker. He's definitely a good blocker.
Well, if they're not going to sign one off the street, then this is the draft to do it.
There's Hunter Long out there too.
There's the draft to do it, but it still boggles my mind how Baltimore just lets a kid like Orlando Brown Jr. go just walk, and a lot of it has to do with because that Ronnie Stanley, whatever it was, because when Orlando Brown filled in for him, that's his position, Staley's position, and they gave Staley like this huge extension, and then Brown kind of wanted to play the position. He felt like he played into it, and he did, and this is the end result. Now you go from an overhyped team with a running back and quarterback, which by the way, that's fine. He can wear the single-digit number because he's a running back anyway.
I know. Yep.
And now you get to go and you get to play with a quarterback who knows how to throw. Okay, who's not going to run around all day and go, "Oh, block me." No.
Well, at least you know right now, probably the Ravens are probably going to draft to the offensive tackle now, left tackle. Probably.
Well, no, because they got the great Alejandro Villanueva.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What's up, Baltimore?
Nah, they should definitely.
You know what? 2 thumbs up, Baltimore. 2 thumbs up. Thank you. You know you know that saying, "Another man's trash is another man's treasure." Well, another man's trash in this situation is now Baltimore's trash.
Yep.
Have fun with it. Goodbye. See ya. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, you love Villanueva on the Steelers." Yeah, but when you're on the decline, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. And listen, thanks for the service in the military and all, but you gotta go. You gotta just. Good job.
Yo, if Evan Ingram don't catch some passes here, he's got to.
That's why I think you guys need to go tight end. I think you're gonna have to convert Ingram into another wide receiver. Ingram's not a blocking tight end. He's not built. He's not. See, like Ebron could block and catch, for the most part. But Ebron's built to be a blocking tight end. Ingram is built to be like a hybrid.
Yeah, I know.
But he's just not good at blocking, and that's the problem.
Shit, I might have to change that now. I might have to take Pat Fairmouth at pick number 42.
Hey, if he's there, take him. I mean, because...
Nah, because
I'm kind of regretting it now, because on Twitter I follow this other podcast called Around the 412, and they're doing this giveaway where you win that player's draft jersey.
Yeah.
And I did this before I started getting on the Najee train. I took Zaven Collins. So now when I do my mock draft, I see I'm in a moral crossroads because on Twitter, there it is. Fan in the Van podcast picks friggin' Zaven Collins, and now I'm gonna do a video about my podcast, about my draft picks. I'm gonna say Najee Harris. I'm gonna look like that. I'm gonna look like that woman that's normal 1 minute and then a psychopath the next. I can't do that. You know what though? Screw it. I'm still going fucking Najee Harris. I have to. If he's there, I got it.
If Justin Fields and Najee Harris there, you have to go Justin Fields.
Can we have both? And there's a way to get both. There's a way. There's a way. We have one of those extra comp picks we can give. Yeah, Would be nice. Give it to Cincinnati. Maybe you'll find Burrow an offensive lineman then.
There's actually a few good running backs out there besides the team and Najee Harris.
See, that's the thing. See, in every mock draft I've seen, and I know we've said it before, where a team falls to the Jets. I don't know.
Right,
Maybe only because a lot of these other teams either need help in the secondary or they need help on the defensive line or the offensive line, and they're already wide receiver heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you have other teams that need that franchise quarterback. And I'm sorry, Jets fans, Zach Wilson's not it. So, again, good job, Joe Douglas. Thumbs up to you, too.
Well, they're taking Zach Wilson.
Can't leave Jackass Joe out.
They're taking Zach Wilson.
Yeah, when I would take somebody who's had more college experience at the quarterback position. So pretty much what you're telling me is the Jets are going to Chicago Bears themselves.
Basically, yep.
Minus the trade-off.
San Francisco is definitely going to take Mac Jones.
See, the Jets are better off taking Mac Jones. Even though he's not that big name that's going to attract you, but he's that guy who's been there long enough. See, the issue I have with Zach Wilson is this, is that he had one abysmal year. Then he was injured the following year. And then he had this spectacular year. Mm-hmm. And that's what you're going based off of as a Jet fan. And you're not looking at the injury year, and you're not looking at the horrible year where he threw like 33 picks, as opposed to maybe 2 in his final season in college. You're missing this part. Like, you're kind of like sweeping this under the rug. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, no, this don't exist. You know how like the NCAA, like when, you know, somebody violates something, so they take away the titles out of the record book, but you can't take them out of our mind because we remember when so-and-so won the NCAA Final Four, but then you took it away. Okay, we all remember Zach Wilson was injured and had a shitty year before that. Mm-hmm. If that's what Joe Douglas wants to bank the future of the Jets on, good luck being set back another 5 years. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. This is why they should have, and this all coincides with Houston. When this whole thing started, when Deshaun Watson wanted out, even though, and somebody was going to pay up the ass for it.
The Jets should have done it.
This is when this all should have been done, okay? And this mega trade should have happened before now the
allegations and all that.
Well, as I like to call it, the Houston collusion, as I like to call it. You know.
You actually comes back, bro.
But to me, I'm sorry, if you're a Jet fan and you watch this later, or if you listen later and you think that I'm wrong,
whatever.
Well, we got time. So all I'm saying is we'll have to wait and see. Hey, if the kid comes out guns blazing in his rookie year,
I'm not gonna lie, he's got an arm.
Then okay.
I'm not gonna lie, he's got an arm.
But if you're telling me, but if you're telling me that he's the answer, no.
Who do they have at wide receiver besides Denzel Mims and
Crowder?
They
got Corey Davis.
Oh yeah, Corey Davis, right?
Yeah, like Joe Douglas went and spent cap money.
Okay,
which he had to do. They went out and got guys they needed to get. Corey Davis, they needed to get a wide receiver like Corey Davis. Mm-hmm. If they literally let Corey Davis go anywhere else, they would have been fools. They should have been on the Galladay sweepstakes. They were trying to get in on the Juju sweepstakes. And all these teams that got in on the Juju sweepstakes, I'm telling you, you all wasted your time. Juju was never leaving. He was never leaving. Okay, so like when he did that podcast, so when he was on that Yinzer podcast, like their first episode that Juju's mom on, then he popped on. When you watch him, and he says, "I want to play with a great quarterback, but I want to get paid my worth," he already knew he was staying.
Exactly.
His body language said it. He was already saying. But because he wasn't allowed to say certain things at the time, you had to wait till the exact date of free agency, he was already staying. And you fools, he's as good as gone. Get rid of him. He sucks. Just like all you people that want Tomlin gone. I don't get it.
Guess what? 3-year extension.
3-year extension. And if you don't think the Steelers are paying Juju after this season,
they are.
They are paying him. They also have to pay T.J. Watt. And
that's a lot. That's a lot of money.
And if they don't find Ben's replacement in this draft, I think they're going to wait and see what free agent quarterback's out there. Or are they going to say, hey, Ben, ride it out one more year, in which case, I got to go buy another one last ride fucking t-shirt? Because I already got like 2 of them. I don't need like 7 more. If I got to go buy 7 more, I'm telling you right now, DC 4 LTs, I want them for free.
Yo, didn't Joe Flacco go to the Dolphins?
No, he went to the Eagles.
Eagles. Right,
And what a and you know what? And that's a slap in the face to Jalen Hurts.
They're gonna battle it out supposedly. Supposedly the Eagles said that Jalen Hurts isn't there.
Well, let me tell you something right now. Put your money on Jalen Hurts winning that one, because Joe Flacco, you ain't a lead.
I know.
Hey, Joe Flacco, you suck.
Not a Hall of Famer ever.
No, he's not a Hall of Famer. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, well, he won a Super Bowl in Baltimore.
Julian Edelman's a Hall of Famer. No.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yes, finally. I keep forgetting to bring this up, but finally, Julian Edelman, you are not a Hall of Famer, because if anybody thinks he is, then Sterling Sharp and Hines Ward belong in the damn Hall of Fame. I'm telling you.
I can't believe that shit.
You mean to tell me because he had 6,000 yards receiving? Or whatever his numbers are, career-wise?
That's nothing.
That makes him a Hall of Fame. The only reason why he'll get in is because of who he played with. And that's Tom Brady.
Dude, if he gets in because of his, three, 4 rings he got, whatever the case may be, that's bullshit. Straight up bullshit.
Hines Ward had better numbers. Sterling Shepard has better numbers. I'm not looking at them, but I guarantee you they do. Mm-hmm. And played in the grittier era of the NFL. And they're not in the Hall of Fame? Okay. All right.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, guess what? I'm getting a fucking Hall of Fame ballot. I'm getting like 400 of them bitches. Hines Ward on every single one of them.
Took Isaac Bruce how many tries to get into the fucking Hall of Fame? That's Isaac motherfucking Bruce, bro. Torrey Holt, same shit.
I don't understand these.
Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne.
New Tampa Bucca Patriot fans thinking, because let's call it what it is. If you were a New England fan and when Brady left, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I always rooted for Tampa. Nah, you didn't. You just started. Because you never knew who was on the Buccaneers way before Brady and Gronk. And I don't care that today he caught a 600-foot drop football from a helicopter for some world record. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I could have caught that.
I don't care. Guess what? So can I.
I could have caught that too.
All right. You didn't know who anybody was in Tampa before Tom Brady got there, and you're the same idiots who think that Edelman is a Hall of Famer. And he's not. In my eyes, he's not. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Nope. Not to me, he's not.
He's not. And if your argument is he played with Brady and he won 3 or 4 Super Bowl rings, that's not good enough.
And what, the catch in the Falcons Super Bowl game?
That wasn't even a catch.
No, it was a catch.
Nope, not to me.
The ball hit the ground.
Ball hit the ground. In my opinion, ball hit the ground. Oh, well, okay. Then guess what? Jesse James.
Catch.
Jesse James, catch. Because it's funny how that wasn't a catch, and then we get to the Super Bowl, that same exact Super Bowl, and James White, the same incident occurs, but that is ruled a touchdown. Why? Because
in overtime, right?
Because Tom Brady all over the refs. Yeah, I hate Tom Brady that much that I honestly think there's collusion within the officiating, not only in the NFL. It was already caught in the NHL. Mm-hmm. And apparently MLB, they can't umpire either. Joe West and Angel Hernandez are the absolute worst.
The fucking strike zone is like...
The freaking NBA is abysmal at officiating, and the NFL is an all-time ridiculous one, because you could tell the officials, call less holding calls, but when they're blatant and obvious,
right in fucking front of you.
But when they're blatant and obvious, and it'll be discussed every single time. Because you, as the NFL Referee Association, you're giving us a reason to discuss it every single time. You're giving us a reason. So, fix it. And because it's funny, because how in any sport, you get fined for criticizing the officiating, but the officials are never held accountable. And even if they come out and say, yeah, I blew the call. And it's happened how many times?
Yeah, but that's after the game. They ain't changed shit.
Yeah. But they're coming out and admitting it. Why are they not being held accountable? I've never once seen an official get suspended, fined for any of it, other than the one guy in the NHL that got caught on a hot mic. Other than that, I've never seen it.
Yep.
Oh, I had to call a penalty there. I don't like that guy. You're
dumb
supposed to officiate the game with non-bias. You're supposed to call it right down the middle, regardless. But then again, that's what Saints fans said with the whole Rams no pass interference call. Well, that guy lived in California, and and he lived 4 blocks away from where SoFi is now, and and he doesn't like the Saints because like Drew Brees wouldn't sign his wife's tit. So, yeah, that happened. So we're all going to file a court docket, and we're going to take this to the Supreme Court. No, what did we get for that? A horrible. We could review pass interference now and never overturn them when they're blatantly needed to be overturned.
If I can see that shit in full speed on my TV, and they're sitting in the booth, and I can still see it, and they can't overturn it, it's obvious, unless you're blind.
I think they are. I really think they are.
Probably.
I really think a lot of these officials are blind, or they don't know what's going on. Well, the best was one NBA game I'm watching, and something happened, and they didn't know what to do, and it took them 10 minutes.
I know, they're all discussing this shit.
They're like all discussing it like as if they're picking teams.
It's like,
they're like, oh, no, I don't want that guy. No, I don't want that. And you know what I think they discussed within their little group huddle?
What should we call?
Hey, listen, I know what we should call here, guys, but, fuck them. Fuck them. Let's just make this interesting.
Hammer tech.
You know what?
Boom.
You
Technical.
know what, Coach Tibbs? Tech. I ain't saying nothing.
Out of here.
You're gone. And speaking of that, the Knicks now 9 in a row.
Woo!
Let me tell you something. They're getting talked about more than the Nets now.
They're getting talked
And
about.
they're doing it without big names attached to any of them.
Our best player,
Like
Julius Randle.
You're winning with Julius Randle, who was
R.J.
crucified last year. You're winning with R.J. Barrett, who was crucified last year. You're winning it with Derrick Rose, who's managed to stay healthy.
Oh, he's
Surprisingly, but that's because he's coming off the bench, and that's what you needed. And he's got the chemistry with Coach Tibbs from when he was drafted by Chicago when Coach Tibbs was there, and then played with him in Minnesota where Coach Tibbs was. And playing with the Knicks now, where is coached by Coach Tibbs. I'm not saying the Knicks are winning the NBA Finals, but they're going the right way about doing it now. Now that you got the cancers out of the front office, now you got the cancers off the team, now you got the cancers off the coaching staff. Because that's what you've had forever, because that's what Dolan likes. Isaiah Thomas, you could do no wrong. You do no wrong. Trade everybody. Trade all the future first-round draft picks for 20 years. Do what you want to do, Isaiah. I don't care, because I'm going to go freaking screw everybody at Cablevision. All right?
And the fucking Islanders, man, we're only how many games left? 10, 9,
Something
10?
like that. Yeah, well, the Rangers better start winning again.
Oh, we got to start winning too, bro. Fuck, man.
But it's...
Ever since the Anders Lee, man, went down, it feels like the Islanders been chasing the damn puck all game long, bro.
Teams are just playing harder. That's what it really comes down to. And the Islanders are just not playing the game that they're used to playing. And it happens.
Yeah, but not cool.
It happens. But,
What time did the game start? Oh, yeah.
We're probably already started.
10
We got a few minutes left. You know what I found? You know what I find interesting though?
So,
Like with the NFL draft, they had to announce this. And again, I don't give a shit. Roger Goodell's vaccinated. He can hug all the players. Nobody wants to hug you. This is what needs to be tweeted out. This is what needs to be posted on Facebook. Goodell's vaccinated. Ooh,
he can hug them.
Ooh, he can hug them. I wouldn't hug Roger Goodell if he had, maybe if he had a couple of mil on him, maybe.
But see what handing that for?
But no, if I'm being handed a couple of bags with some mills in it, yeah, all right, I'll hug you. But then you get nut tapped after it, give you a quick little, like the old undercarriage. But
no balls, Goodell.
Yeah, hit him in his mangina. Speaking of manginas, I'm sure I'll get crucified for this one. Off sports topic. Well, not off sports topic because this person was in the sports world and is the first person to be on Wheaties and on a tampons box. Caitlyn Bruce Jenner apparently is going to run for governor of California.
What?
I guess it's true what they say in Hollywood. You could be anything you want to be. Because Bruce went from a man to a woman. Listen, I got no issue with it.
I have no issue with it either.
But, and I get we live in a different world now, so like everything else, you have to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to kind of see things in different perspectives. That's fun. But do we really need somebody who knows nothing about politics running for a governor position? And even though we don't live in California, but still, California's already fucked up as it is.
It was kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But apparently Schwarzenegger was a pretty decent governor.
Decent.
And apparently he has some political knowledge. But hey, shit can't get worse. I mean, we had Trump for 4 years, so.
Dude, oh my God, bro.
I mean, if Caitlyn Jenner ran for president. Okay. But I'm telling you, you know who's getting a high approval rating to run for president?
Michelle Obama.
No,
Who?
The Rock.
Really?
I'll vote for The Rock. I'll go register to vote just to vote for The Rock. Do you realize that the world will figure out now what he's cooking?
He's fucking retarded, dude.
I'm just saying, he will layeth the smackdown on a country if they fuck with this country.
He's stupid.
He'll break out the friggin' people's elbow. He'll go. And
bring that shit
and then-
to my desk so I can sign it.
and his vice president should be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Should.
Secretary of State.
Hulk Hogan. Dig up the Macho Man. He could be the fucking the treasury person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no, he shouldn't because all our money will be gone and it'll be invested in coke and steroids. No, not a good idea.
Not cocaine.
Not a good idea. But yeah, I just found that interesting that Caitlyn Jenner is gonna.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
Good luck, California. Good job.
Good job, Baltimore, too.
Oh yeah, Baltimore.